and it occurred to me also that the Olympics are going on at the moment in Sochi, and I've always believed that people who achieve anything worthwhile very rarely do it alone, and you know, most successful people have a team around them that they can brainstorm with, or that they can help to mirror themselves against, and or they can have actual practical support or suggestions from. So I've started doing those two things, and it occurred to me that the kind of things that I'm dealing with, I'm very, very grateful and immensely fortunate that I'm so quickly able to, that I've so quickly come back to the state that I'm in. So I'm not dealing with really traumatic brain injury or brain damage. I had trauma to my brain, and it has affected me. But I'm picking up what, for many people who've had brain injury, is, you know, a normal life. So, but it occurred to me that the challenges that I'm having are and how that some of the tools that I might use to help myself through them, it might be of value, might be interesting, might be able to help other people. I don't know, who might be going through a similar experience to me, or who might be recovering from some form of injury or trauma, or who might just be looking for inspiration or some practical help with dealing with the challenges of balance in life. And so that has been what has got me over my terror of being visible on the internet. And I felt that if my process and my journey and sharing my journey can help other people, then I wanted to find a way to do it. And at the same time, curiously, when I keep my focus not only on myself, but also directed also outside, and obviously there's a balance as well, but it helps me. I believed, I realized a few weeks back when I started exploring this idea of purpose, that I needed to find a way of having purpose in an existence which didn't seem to have any purpose. And it's curious. I've experienced, and I believe that when we can define our challenges in life as a question, then somehow, I don't know how it actually works, whether it's our mind that starts focusing on finding an answer to the question that we've posed, or whether indeed there's some form of attraction with you know, magnetizing things that come to us. I think I'm quite practical, and I feel that there's a, you know, as soon as we focus on something, we're able to see much more clearly things that help us to direct us towards that. But I'm also a spiritual person, so I believe, I feel that there's many things that we don't completely understand. And I've lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Yes, so yeah, don't know. Forgotten what I was saying, but I think I was explaining why I've decided to do this video. Yeah, I think there was more things that I wanted to share. What Cambo is, what actually happened. I do want to say that my experience of what happened to me was actually remarkably so a very, very, oh, I need to have light. I remember reading about that. Was a a very, very beautiful experience. When I came round, it's like I woke up into a really, really beautiful state. I didn't feel fear, even though I saw that I was in hospital and I had all these tubes attached to me. I had a ventilator. I had a catheter in my into my chest here. You can actually see the scars still. What else? I had something in my throat. Yeah, a tube down my throat, tube up my nose. My face was completely swollen. I've got a photograph which I might show another time. Yeah, so even though I was had all this stuff, oh yeah, and I had my hands strapped to the is it called a gurney? The hospital bed, and apparently I must have kept on trying to pull all the tubes out. That seems quite typical for me. So even though I came round with all that physical stuff going on with my body, and even though it was really clear to me that my mind was incredibly slow, I didn't have any fear. And not only did I not have any fear, but I felt so peaceful. I felt a tremendous joy and immense, just this beautiful state of gratitude and love for everybody around me. The hospital staff were amazing. My friends were just so beautiful. These are women who I've known for the last 2 years, but we'd never met face to face. They were part of my training group to become coaches, and I'd only met them a couple of days prior to this. But just immensely beautiful women, and our coach, the man that we were training with, and that we'd actually done the ceremony with as well, and his wife. I just felt so completely blessed, and something else as well. It wasn't just that I was receiving the love, but it wasn't that I was just giving the love, but my heart felt so completely open. I felt strong as well with it. It didn't feel vulnerable. It was just the most beautiful, beautiful, beautiful state. And I remember sometime afterwards kind of thinking about people who go into have a near-death experience, and they feel like they've met angels, and I was thinking, well, I didn't meet any angels while I was asleep or while I was in the coma, but surely somehow they left me the most beautiful gift. And I've speculated since then why that might have been so, and it might have been because of the Kambo, because that's obviously a great release and a great cleansing, and it does affect our consciousness. It might be just that old shades of my ego just fell away, and I was just left in this purest connection with who I am, who we all are. When we take everything else away, all the veils and all the bridges or the walls. And also, at the most prosaic, it could be because my brain was really slow, and all I could be was being. I was just in this purest state of being. We are human beings, and for most of my 50 odd life, obviously not my whole of my 50 odd years, but for many of them, I have been a human doing, and if I might share that story as well, because I think that is also what brought me to this place in life, that took me to the Kambo. But when I came